I've noticed that sometimes people interpret God's voice, unfortunately, from a negative voice of their past. When you were a child or maybe somebody in your life somewhere spoke down to you all of your life or put you down all of your life or never encouraged you and never built you up and never spoke into your life and never told you what you did right or praised you for those things. Every time they ever addressed you, it was only about what you did wrong and why you're not living up to it and why you're not measuring up. And listen, man, it begins to shape and mold the way a child sees the world. You got to be careful, mom and dad. In our attempt to correct our children, we must do it the right way and with plenty of affirmation. Because people that have grown up under that, when they get saved and they hear the voice of God, it's funny, they only interpret the voice of God through the voice of their parents who constantly put them down. I remember having a conversation with this lady one time, and she was telling me, in her private time, what God was doing in her life and what God was saying to her. And after a while, she just kept talking, and I just stopped her a minute. I said, can I ask you a question? Does God ever say anything nice to you? I mean, because all I'm hearing is, you're no good and you got to step it up. And it was always judgment. It was always judgment. It was always judgment. It was always condemnation. I said, listen, man, that is not always the voice of God. You need to understand the difference between condemnation and conviction, man. God will not always just speak down to you. He's not going to do that. He doesn't call you out. He calls you up to be the follower of Christ that he knows you can be.